What up, everybody? It's your boy K the Don.
And I'm Natica.
And we have a very special guest in the building. We have the director, content creator extraordinaire. We have flowgenius in the building. What's good, Flow?
Give it up for flowgenius. That's how Nori says, right?
Yeah.
Give it up for motherfucking flowgenius.
I'll be having sound effects in the post.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, hit me with I like that intro Nori does. Like, give it up for fucking flowgenius.
You know what? Give it up.
Yeah, one extra time. Thank you. We gotta bring the energy. I think it's a good way to lift the energy.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Exactly. What do we have here now? Before we get started, actually, make sure you use that discount code for Manscaped. Ladies will love you when you use that Manscaped. Take care of yourself. Ladies will fall in love. We have a discount code in the description below, so make sure you use that. Now, Thika, let them know what's up on your side of town.
Well, one thing before I get into my thing, I found out recently that my mom uses Manscaped.
Oh, see? Women and everybody. So use that. So your mom need to be using that discount code. She get a discount.
Yeah, she actually asked me for it, so I gotta.
All right, it's fire. It works.
Shout out to Metzli Shop. Use my promo code Natica Music, Natica Music, all in one for 15% off. Jewelry, tote bags, other accessories, all handmade by Areli, who is the owner, creator of Metzli Shop. She ships worldwide in compostable packaging, made with love, and the holidays are coming up. So, what are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for? Now, make sure you like and subscribe, of course, comment, share with your friends. And if you don't have the Love First TV app, what are you doing? Make sure you download and subscribe for all exclusive and original content. Now, let's put the camera on flowgenius, man. We finally get to catch up with you. You are the definition of outside, right? I know we were supposed to do a couple podcasts ago, but Mr. Passport, crazy outside the country. You was in Greece one day, London
Jet
another
setter.
day, just moving. So what's going on with you? Let us know what you do and what you've been doing around the world lately.
So I just been so the reason I was in Milan for Fashion Week. It was literally just one day, crazy day, because I would say like shooting over there and how fast it happened, I got like 36 hours out of 24 hours with the time change. It's kind of weird, but
did you drink a lot of espresso?
No, not really. Okay. And ironically enough, when I'm on that type of work and it's so like high pressure, high adrenaline, I don't even want to like eat, drink anything. I just want to get it done. Like I'm not even thinking about food, water. Some of my friends are gonna say you're lying. You always think about food, but
about to say I see your stories, but
yeah. Cabbage, chill. No, but it's really like, for example, in Milan, the stop that we made midday, like middle of the evening, if you will, right before the fashion show, was McDonald's. Like, went all the way to Milan and had McDonald's. Later in the evening, we had some really good meals at this Italian restaurant. It was called, fudge, I forgot the name. I'll get the name for you, but it was dope because I was there, first off, I was there with PCNY. Wayne Schneider from PCNY. He took me out there to capture not only content for him, but the entire Philippine fashion show, which was out of this world.
That's awesome.
It was just, I've never seen nothing like that. And so I was shooting for Wayne, and damn, I lost my train of thought.
What you were doing out there in Milan, shooting?
Milan, the restaurant.
Shooting, we did and so at the restaurant, so later in the evening after the fashion show and everything, we went out to eat. And next thing you know, like Jeff Hamilton pulls up, and I'm just like, oh shit, this is like next level. First of all, they weren't even serving food at that time at the restaurant, but the food came out. So it's just like, I guess it's kind of who you're with and what the vibe is. It was security detail out there. It was very big, but the fashion show was out of this world. They had real CJ out there. Philippine had real CJ perform Whoopty. He had Tommy Lee. What is it? Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, Dave Jones.
Pamela Anderson's.
Oh, yep. Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones, right? I hope I got that right.
Maybe just Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee.
Yeah, Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee, drummer. He played the drums. I'm sure he's more than that, but he played the drums there. It was sick stuff, to be honest. And he had bumper cars. The man had bumper cars on the back corner of this big warehouse, custom, everything custom, bumper cars on the back corner just for the people to enjoy.
Like,
that's cool.
Oh my God, it was.
Did you get to ride in the bumper cars?
No, I'm focused. I'm focused.
Yo, he's focused.
You went to Milan and not riding bumper cars?
Not
I'm just
riding
kidding.
bumper.
I went to Milan. It was pretty dope, man. I mean, honestly, it was like, I don't know if it's the right word, but surreal. Like,
Yeah.
Like, yo, is this? Because I mean, at least me, I haven't traveled the world so much. Like, I had been to Dominican Republic, you know, on a personal trip, and that's about it. But everything else outside of the world, you only see on TV and in like magazines, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah, but you've been moving though. I mean, like, I remember talking to John. That's how we met. Shout out to John Cabrera.
Cabrera.
But yeah, I was like, man, next year, I was like, we got to give it flow this year, because every time we leave the country next year, like, we out. Like, at least once a month, I'm trying to leave the country. You know, we got a little flight connections. So I was like, yeah, we gotta plan something big, make something happen. And I'm a fan of your work ethic and your work.
Thank you.
You know, so you can tell your work ethic even by looking on your Instagram, just the quality of what you're doing, the people that you're around. I also like your flow facts that you're doing. We're gonna talk about a couple of the flow facts. But yeah, it's what inspired you to take this to the next level with you being a content creator? Is that the official, like, instead of just director, because you do so much stuff, what is the official term that you go for? Is it content creator?
You know, I was trying to figure out recently, because you go evolving, and I feel like I do a lot more than just hold the camera, right? There's more to it. I was just posting right now about it. Like, I can't remember it off the top of my head exactly what I just posted. I put a picture up, but basically saying that I became the creator of the decade. I just put it up 30 minutes ago. And I said, how did I do it? And it's basically by creating a high amount of high quality content and building, nurturing, and leveraging relationships. And it's that simple, but I guess easier said than done. Literally, that's the answer of how I got to where I got so far. What inspired me? From younger, maybe like 13 years old, I asked my mother on Christmas for a camcorder, and she got it for me. Camcorder. It was dope. Yeah, it was dope. And I recorded a lot of stuff. Like, I would re-record over it because I didn't have too many tapes or whatever. But I recorded a lot of stuff. And one of the things I remember recording was like a road trip to Miami. We had a road trip to Miami, my mom, my stepdad, my sisters. And I went fishing with my grandmother. A bunch of stuff we recorded out there, right? But that was like kind of where I started. But like throughout life, I ended up losing the camcorder. You know, we had to move, like, I don't know how many years later, stuff went into storage, then got lost.
Damn.
But the vision and the passion was over there. Always there. So, or at least the passion, like, for wanting to create. And this is pre like YouTube, pre any of that. But it was just more like I wanted a camcorder. I just like the idea of a camcorder. I'll show you a picture. I don't know if you can put it up. I have a picture. The only picture, which I thank God my sister found, is of me like 13, 14 years old with her at her graduation, because I was like that person capturing everything, right? So the camera got lost. Life happens. I moved like so many times every year. There was a lot of instability for me. But I've always been a positive, like, outlook person. And, you know, I was working in NYU. I wouldn't say I loved the people there, but I wasn't happy with where I was in life. That's the best way I can put it. And my brother had some camera gear, and I asked him if I could borrow it. And he set me up with a camera, lens, and 2 batteries, a Sony A6300. He had the 6500 as well, but he lent me, you know, the basic one. Then when he saw me, like, working, he was just like, okay, come try using this. Next thing you know, he gave me like $8K worth of camera gear.
Wow.
And it's pretty dope because, you know, like, I know a lot of creators that didn't have it either, and they have a story of their own. But this was just more kind of like a, hey, can I borrow? There's a project I want to do. I want to try something. And next thing you know, like, I just stayed consistent. At one point, I quit. That was within my first year, and I'll drop a little gem here. I quit because I was doing everything I was doing for free to build my portfolio.
Yeah.
But one of the problems with doing free, and I'm going to define free in a different way in a second, but one of the problems with doing free is that people treat you based on how you treat yourself, right? So doing free
Knowing your worth,
can give
right?
off, doing free, yes, it can give off the impression that you don't value yourself, you're undervaluing yourself. So people treat you according to that. And I was dealing with like high expectations from people at the time that weren't necessarily paying. And it's just one of those things that turns you off. Somehow, some way, there's a story to it, but somehow, some way, something kind of pulled me back in. And then from there, I was like, okay, this came back to me. It was after a couple of months it came back. I said, this is for me. So I stuck to it, and yeah, we're here.
That's
Fire.
great. Wow.
You know, and then a major key I heard you talking about, and we like to bring this up on the show too, is where you said you were building and leveraging relationships. You made it sound super
building,
easy.
Nurturing, leveraging. Yep.
Building, nurturing,
Leveraging.
Can you kind of break that down? Because we see you running around a lot of people from Fat Joe to all the celebrities. So you're obviously building and nurturing the right relationships and leveraging because you're around the world. So how do we go about doing that? So if we're networking with somebody, how do we build with them, then nurture that, and then leverage it for an opportunity in the future?
Well, so building is a matter of like you're setting the foundation, right? So you have to have a really good foundation for a relationship to even move. Otherwise, the foundation is broken.
Yeah.
The relationship goes over anything. The building part of it, it's like a lot of the people that I've worked with, it's not just money. It's more than that. So I try to be there in different ways if I can. I'm very, hey, let me do this, or, toss ideas. I just want to see everybody around me grow and win. That could be people above me. That could be people below me. I feel like I provide value both ways.
Yes.
And so, yeah, the building part is more the connecting and getting over the fear of talking to people you don't know. And you're put in a room. If you're put in a room with 10 people, you can get a lot of bad stuff out of that room, or you can get a lot of great stuff out of that room, depending on what you put out.
Yeah.
So you got to connect with people, introduce yourself, let them know what you do, find out what they do, and see how you can add value to their life. Be it personally, professionally, personally, however, whatever have you, because it's not just business. If it's always business, then I feel like you can unintentionally go into like robot mode where you lose touch with humanity.
Right.
Yeah.
There's some relationships. I remember a relationship, and I don't want to put the person on blast, but I remember a relationship I built with a creator who's a VFX creator, very dope. And he was going through some stuff, and he posted about it on Instagram, and it was a full rant. And I felt him. Not that it had happened to me, but I felt how he was, like, what he was putting out. Yeah. And I reached out to him, and I told him, listen, man, I gave him some feedback. I told him, your work is great. Don't let anybody put you down. Don't go down this route. It's a choice. And he appreciated that, and we built a relationship off that. So it's not just, it wasn't business first. That was personal first.
Yeah.
Like, I saw you as a person going through something. And I feel like even if you don't know someone, granted, some people don't want to be imposed on, but there's an approach. You do a light approach, and if the door's open, you continue the support. Yeah. So I think it's just about being there as far as relationships, being there whether it's a personal gain or a professional gain. Like, if you're there for someone going through something, you can build a relationship just off of no money, no business, no nothing.
Being human, yeah.
That's it. The leveraging, very important. What can I do for you? What can you do for me? In a very transparent way, so that no one feels like they're getting ripped off, if you will. I'm very upfront with people. Like, yo, this is what I want. I'll shoot content for you, whatever. That's it, and it's worked.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fire.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right. Nah, I mean, yeah, major keys to success. So make sure y'all taking notes on that. Ooh. I mean, yeah.
Pardon me. I want to touch base on the word free. I didn't.
Yes.
So,
talk about that.
In the beginning, I said, I was doing free work, undervaluing myself, and now I tell creators that are coming up, I say, like, I've had creators tell me, oh, I'll do work for you behind the scenes or whatever for free. And I'm like, no, nothing's ever for free.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't ever anymore. I don't care. It might not be money, but it has to be something.
Yeah.
Something has to be in it for you, because then if I step into a deal with you where you're doing something for me and you're getting nothing out of it, in the beginning it might be exciting because you might see a few things you like, but ultimately you might feel like you're really just getting drained, and you're pouring into a cup and emptying your own.
Yeah.
It has to be a mutual pour.
Yes.
So nothing I do is for free, although I have done many jobs where I don't take money.
Take money, exactly. Yeah, because I agree with what you're saying too, because if we're doing something free, then if anything, we're gaining experience, we're gaining a relationship, we're gaining knowledge or wisdom on something, but we're not here to just waste time for nothing, you know?
Yep.
So I 100% understand that. And I think that's important too for the viewers. You have to invest in yourself coming up. So it's going to feel like it's free, but as long as you have that mindset, it's an investment, because then you'll know when it's actually time to start asking for money. Because like you said, because sometimes when you're just doing that, people look at you a certain way, they treat you a certain way. So you got to get your worth, get your experience, get your worth, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I really relate a lot to like your background where you got a camcorder and started recording. In my experience with my dad was a cameraman in Colombia, and a lot of my childhood was surrounded by him just holding the camera. And like we have a whole library full of VHS tapes that I still have yet to convert to digital. But like, was there someone in your life that you looked up to that played a similar role?
With the camera, I wouldn't say that I could remember off, like even consciously. I wouldn't say I could remember consciously, but I'm sure subconsciously, growing up in the 90s, Latino household, there was definitely a camcorder in these parties. And yeah, it's something, I feel like it's the only thing growing up in poverty, not just Latinos, I would say Latinos and Black. It's the only thing that we had was to capture the moments.
Yeah.
And, you know, because we lost so much respect in different ways. We grow up losing so much and things coming in and out of our lives that the only thing we have is the memories. So,
Yeah.
So like now what you brought up is interesting, because I captured majority of like the big moments. My son's first year with the camcorder, and mind you, it's still now. It's that's the last year. It's still a tape, but I bought. I don't know. Oh my God, it was so hard to find, but I got it. I bought the adapter. It was 3 wires, 3 separate wires to digitize it. So I digitize all of my son's stuff, and I have it backed up in a hard drive. You know, when my girl was in labor, they told me I couldn't record in the hospital. They told me I could only take pictures. And I was just like, okay, I didn't take my camera or the camcorder because it was too big. I took my girl's like Canon vlog camera. And I was like, okay, I'll just take pictures. There's no way you're telling Flo I'm not recording. So I recorded my girl in labor. The only thing I didn't record, and of course, like that was just too much, was the C-section. You know what I mean? But as soon as that baby came out, I pressed record on that camera and I turned, because you doctors are not gonna stop what you're doing with my girls.
For that photo.
You with the baby, you're not gonna put my baby down to tell me to stop recording. Like, get with the program, do whatever. And you know what? The only thing that sucked, but I got a lot of stuff. So I got good stuff. I made a dope recap video of my son's birthday, his first, right? The one thing that sucked was when the guy went to I gave him the camera, right? I was like, can you hold it 1 second? And he was like, okay, no problem. And he saw, actually he heard me say, I was like, it's already recording. I'm just going to clip it now. He was like, oh no, I can't record. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, okay, I cut the recording. I'm like, take pictures, go ahead. So I cut it, but I wanted that one clip on video, but it's cool. We got the pictures. the guy, he should have just kept it going.
For real.
Yeah, but he's not in the industry. I fired him the same day.
He's blackballed for life.
No, come on, man. But yeah, the camcorder thing is dope, and I can definitely, depending on what they are, I can definitely tell you how to digitize them.
Oh no, I know how. I or at least like I have
time.
it does take time because it's not like you can. It's not like when you're working on a session, like speaking on music and doing like an offline balance where you just do it like that. Like you gotta like sit there.
Yeah. It has to play out to export.
And like I did one VHS.
Yeah.
And there was an issue, I think, with the frame rate and the audio, and it was just like massively out of sync. And at the time I had iMovie and I was driving myself insane trying to resync the video and the audio. It was just like,
well, the good thing is the VCRs aren't extinct, so
no, they aren't. And
as long as you got a VCR, you're good to go.
My parents almost got rid of theirs, and I was like, "Please don't. Like, we still need these memories." So
these relics.
Yes,
relics. Relics for sure.
Yeah.
So it sounds like one of your favorite videos you did was in the hospital of your baby. I'm curious, who was your favorite celebrity that you've worked with?
Okay, I have to think about it, but I'll just say some of the celebrities that you've seen me around, I may not have worked with them directly, but I was just able to capture content because I was in the same place or right place, right time.
Yeah, for sure.
I would have to say, and this is gonna sound so biased because I'm from the Bronx, but I would have to say Fat Joe. I would have to say Fat Joe.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Because the thing is, like, it's so. People don't understand, man. Like, it's a different vibe. It's energy.
Yeah.
It's not, yes, I do dope content and everything, but you could be the dopest content creator. If you're corny, and people not going to mess with you.
Facts.
If you're whack as a person, if you're trash as a person, no one's going to want to be around you. And so so I come with this energy of like, I'm always clicking with anybody. You're a person. I know you're a person.
Facts.
So, and I keep it on that vibe, right? I see Fat Joe in front of a movie theater. I'm with Nate Sketchy, and I see Fat Joe in front. Well, we see Fat Joe in front of a movie theater. They start talking. Fat Joe goes inside because he loves popcorn. So he loves popcorn. I guess he won't buy it from the store. He goes to the movie theater for the real popcorn. Yeah. So I go upstairs and I'm just like, Joe, I gotta come shoot. Like, come on, you here? I gotta capture some stuff. Like, and I'm recording with my camera, and he's just like, yeah, because I gotta get the real popcorn. He's saying whatever he's saying, right? He's saying whatever he's saying. I have the footage. I have yet to post it. I have yet to watch it. Like, because the reason I haven't watched it is because I went for this one specific footage I'm gonna tell you about. So as he's waiting for his popcorn, I'm like, we got a series going on. Like, I have different clips with you, moments with you, and there's always something like funny. So I said, we got to do something today. And I'm thinking about it, and I see that she comes out with this big popcorn for him. And I'm like, oh, I got it. Can you get me a clear cup? Can you get me a clear cup like this and bring me popcorn? And I'm going to ask, how come he gets the big one, the nice one, and I get this one? So this is all on the spot. The video's there. I don't know if you guys can play it as I talk about it or pause. The video's there, and basically he goes, it's different privileges, and busts into a whole BET promo right on the spot about how it will never be the same and how he's hosting, and this is why you get this one and I get that one, and then starts laughing at me. So it's just like stuff like that is not planned. Obviously, like the content, the idea of like, damn, I want to get a quick like interaction with you on camera, but the moment itself is just, he's very raw and genuine. And he's always been like, I love when people are like that, down to earth. Obviously you're well known for decades now, and like you're someone very well respected, high up. Yeah, but sure. But you still have that humanity to you that allows you to connect with someone who's not as high as you are. And I think that's why it's important not to lose that. Exactly. Like, not to focus so much. Like, yes, we all out here, we want to get money and stuff, but let's build these relationships. The connection is what's sustainable.
For sure.
If the connection's not good, then the money's gonna fuck up. Oops.
Exactly. You can slap one or two of those in there.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. Don't the bag up.
Don't mess it up.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure, man. And make sure y'all liking, commenting, subscribing on this video, sharing it. And, of course, the Love First TV app. Download and subscribe. We're going to do a quick commercial break. Then we're going to come back. We're going to talk about Diddy as the Joker. We actually have a couple other current events that we will dive into. Actually, before we go, let them know where to follow you on Instagram.
Okay.
And everywhere.
Flow. Yeah, I got Instagram mainly. I got to tune into everything else. It's a lot to manage.
It is a lot.
Flowgenius, FLOW for winner.
Yep.
FLOW Genius, at FLOW Genius. So flowgenius. And yeah, that's about it. But if you're looking for me on other platforms, I would be under flowgenius or the flowgenius.
Yes.
And yeah, that's about it.
So make sure y'all following him. Let them know Love First sent you. And we'll be back after these commercial breaks.
Yerp.
You're so remarkable. The opposite of Fayo. You must be from heaven. Where'd you hide your halo? That's crazy, cuz you make me want to start a family like the Brady Bunch. Oh my word, you let a man treat you different? I hope he listening. Let me teach you about divisioning. It's time for y'all to divide. If he let another tear drop out of that eye. When I see him in the streets,